Hi there, it's your sewing Sherpa Shauna at Needles and Knots, and I have hand sewing on my mind a lot lately. I've had a lot of students come in recently with some really cute embroidered clothes, you know, dresses with embroidery on them, shirts, jackets. I look at them, I'm like, man, that's a lot of work on there, but there are machines doing that now. And if you go way back in the Wayback Time Machine, guess what? There were no machines doing that. It was somebody doing that by hand, one at a time, and it was usually to solve a problem. Like smocking can make things smaller or fit better in certain ways. Embroidery, a lot of the hand sewing stitches are great ways to cover up small holes in your clothes. Or stains or things. That far back, maybe a couple hundred years ago, like if you had a skirt, you didn't just go to the store, try a few on and decide that's the one you like and walk home with it. And then if you happen to spill ketchup on it, you're like, well, I'll donate that to Goodwill. No, way back then, you grew the cotton, or you knew somebody who did. You grew the flax to make linen, or you knew somebody who did. You shaved your sheep, or you had somebody do it for you. And you took these raw fibers and you cleaned them and you combed them and you lined them up and you spun them into yarns. And then you took those yarns and you wove them into fabric or knitted them into fabric. And then you made your skirt, and your skirt was a big deal. And if you spilled tomatoes on it, you didn't just go like, oh man, I'll just have to donate that to Goodwill. You know, you found a way to make it cool, to make it work. You fixed it, you put a pocket over it. And then the rest of the stuff you put like little flowers and some vines and whatever, you know, birds. And then you wear it over to your friend's house and your friend's like, that is so cute. I'm going to do that to my skirt too, right? So anyways, a trend is born. That's how I see it in my head. Who knows? But the idea is that embroidery elevates a plain, simple garment. Now, I like a good plain, simple garment, but then some of them would actually be so much cooler with just a little bit of handwork on them. And some of my favorite clothes, I have actually, you know, I found some people's samplers that they did, or little embroidery pieces. This one's some cross stitch that was abandoned, but like I wear it on the back of my jumpsuit, and it makes my jumpsuit really like, it better not get ketchup on it because I love it so much. I did the same thing to this one right here. So I've got a little Pinterest board. I've been pulling together some like simple line art, like really modern graphical. I was like, that would turn beautifully into some handwork done on clothing. You know what else would be interesting is like the simple line art that you do for tattoos. That also would transfer really well onto clothes. For the hand sewing workshops that are coming up, I'm going to introduce you to ways of getting the embroidery onto your clothing in a way that will last, because you know, making a sampler, or not a sampler, a piece for your wall that you're going to put in a frame is a little bit different than making a piece for wearing, because we wash our clothes, we dry our clothes, we wear them. So and getting the works onto the clothes, we have to deal with the clothing in its forms that it's in. If you would like to learn how to do this kind of hand sewing on clothing, the hand sewing invisible mending workshops are the ones you want to sign up for. And I would love to see you in them. And I'll be providing the needles, the thread, yarns. I have images that can go onto your sampler fabric or onto your garments, or you can bring your own, and we could talk about different ways of getting it from your head or a book onto something you're going to wear. I look forward to seeing you in a hand sewing and visible mending workshop coming up soon. Keep on sewing.